Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat. I am here today with Alexis McClay. Alexis is a serial entrepreneur in skincare and fashion. She is co-founder of NAVEN and KOA LIFE. NAVEN is a women's contemporary apparel label, which also houses exclusive collaboration with Revolve Clothing called MBD and NAVEN, capsule collection BB and NAVEN with partner BB Inc. NAVEN and its capsule collections have been sold to hundreds of stores and have been worn by A-list celebrities such as Jessica Alba, Hailey Baldwin, Jennifer Lopez, Katy Perry, and Taylor Swift, to name just a few. Through their fashion brands, working in the philanthropic, sorry you guys, I'm tripping over my word today, philanthropic space, and as active women's social activists, they have been awarded at Tribeca Disruptive Awards and spoke at Forbes Women's Summit. In April 2020, Alexis co-founded KOA LIFE with her twin sister, Kymber. And KOA LIFE is doctor-formulated natural skincare. The twins spent over a year developing natural, nutrient-dense formulas with their labs that cured their skin issues and thus developed KOA LIFE. Kymber, a beauty guru and designer, brought her wealth of product knowledge and design to KOA LIFE as a biohacker. Alexis infused her health hacks into creating top formulas, utilizing the medicinal power of plants to create the natural skincare brand KOA LIFE, and its diffusion brands are now sold at Target, Macy's, Urban Outfitters, IPSY, Rite Aid, and Von Maur, and they are now on a mission to help women get their glow back. Today, we talked about pros of ditching the chemicals and going green with natural skincare, their KOA LIFE being vegan, all natural, how they used botanical science to create it, what toxins and chemicals we want to avoid in non-natural skincare, hidden toxins in supposed natural skincare, how medicinal plants heal skincare issues. And then we kind of went into the whole entrepreneur thing for women, that you can do it. It's so empowering when you're not depending on anyone but yourself, and you learn that your ideas can come to fruition. We, in addition, talked about the struggles of being an entrepreneur and the hard work of going after your dreams, and how every woman out there can get their glow back, even if you feel like you lost it during the pandemic, lost it because of age, weight gain, injury, all the things. So this is a great episode with Alexis, and without further ado, we're going to dive into this episode. I am super excited to welcome Alexis McClay to the Sisterhood of Sweat today.
Hi guys, I'm so excited to be here and to have this conversation. I love talking about beauty and health, all those good things. So thank you, Linda, for having me.
Well, you're already glowing. I mean, I'm already like noticing the skin, and I love the vibrant blue. I've got the vibrant pink on today.
I know, we're complimentary.
And we are going to talk a lot about bringing that glow to all women out there, how we can get your glow back. And Alexis, you are a twin and you started this company and it's just really evolved. I really want to hear all about your skincare, your fashion, and how you got started to growing your business and brand to where it is now.
Yeah, thank you for that little intro. I have started all of my companies with my identical twin sister. Her name is Kymber. She's great. We're kind of like we manage polar ends of the company and we're complete opposites, but as close as two people can be. So really fortunate to have each other as partners in life and partners in our businesses. And just kind of jumping a little into my background, I really started my career in fashion. NAVEN was my first fashion brand, which we still have today. This is actually one of our NAVEN tops. We do a lot of athletic clothing, a lot of bright neon colors like what you're wearing and what I'm wearing, just making active wear really fun and fashionable. And I did that for about 7 years. And after 7 years, started with Revolve Clothing. I'm sure you know Revolve Clothing. They're like a huge mogul in female retail, and started a collaboration with them. It was sort of like a spin-off of what we had been doing with NAVEN called MBD X NAVEN. And from there, just really got a taste of working with influencers and being kind of on the forefront of these brands that are kind of in the scene in Hollywood and really nightlife and cocktail dresses and red carpet dresses, dressing all the A-list celebs. So we really had a fun time with that collaboration and did it for another 7 years. And so the way that we kind of got into KOA was we had so much fun running these fashion companies, but in apparel in Hollywood, you're really working all day, managing a large staff, but then you're out at night at these events and kind of having fun upholding this brand image of being sort of like a nightlife brand. So we got to our 30s and essentially hit a wall. We experienced burnout for the first time. I'm sure a lot of women have experienced this, especially if you're working and juggling a family, or like a career, it's a lot to take on. So we experienced burnout. Our bodies weren't really able to bounce back the way they were before. And so I just knew I needed to make a change in my life and really slow down and get back into health and wellness, which was my roots, being originally from Canada and growing up surrounded by nature and hiking and being outdoors and being an athlete, and just really get back to my roots, essentially. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'd say about like 2.5, 3 years ago, we started working on formulations for KOA Life, which is a natural CBD infused product line. We have a lot of CBD, a lot of medicinal plants in our skincare, and it's all vegan. It's doctor formulated. It really uses the power of plants to heal the skin and the body. So we just decided to make a huge shift in our life and really to focus on the wellness industry and focus on external beauty, but from a healthy way. So we took a holistic approach and launched KOA together, me and my twin sister, in 2020 in April, right before lockdown, which was an interesting time to launch. And here we are selling to retailers like Target and Ipsy and Macy's and Rite Aid, and just really trying to bring healthy products to the masses.
Oh my goodness, so much in what you said. And I also launched and expanded and opened my gym, so expanded twice during the pandemic. And that I'm just thankful for, because we had to close our doors during part of it. So I totally understand what you're saying, launching during all of that. What do you think that you did that helped you to not only survive, but thrive during that time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can also attest to this, being so into fitness, is like I had to make sure that I was keeping my body and my mind healthy. And you're such an advocate for that, which I absolutely love and admire you for. But like keeping my mind and my body healthy. So staying active, even if you're locked down, like it's just not healthy to be isolated out of the sunshine, not moving your body every day. So just getting those endorphins flowing, make sure I was really doing my supplement routine, getting a lot of sleep, having my mindful practice to just stay in a good mindset was so pivotal to me, and doing the best I could to just still stay connected to my community, because community is immunity in a way. And so just having those connections, even though you're in lockdown, even though you're experiencing COVID, is so important. So like keeping a healthy body and mind was really on the forefront of me getting through a tough time. And then, it's always good to have a project. So we had KOA Life that we were focusing on. We weren't focusing on the pandemic. We're like, okay, let's get through this, come out the other side thriving. And so having my twin sister to do that with was like such a great thing to really get through.
Well, I am such a fan of what you're doing wholeheartedly, because having chemicals in your lipstick, your makeup, your skincare, and all the things, I don't think people realize how much they absorb. I mean, even just being in a room where someone's painting, you absorb the paint, and it can get into your bloodstream. It literally, your skin is the biggest organ that you have. So it's so important to take care of it. I mean, not only to looking good, but feeling good and having energy and being healthy. And what are the pros today for everyone in going vegan, all natural with the KOA Life and ditching the chemicals?
Yeah, and I'm so glad you brought that up, talking about the skin being the largest organ, because a lot of people don't realize that it is. And your skin barrier is it's the outer wall of your skin, protects you from environmental stresses, from chemicals, from even cleaning products, from laundry detergents, things we don't think about, but that we are constantly exposed to. So we really have to keep the skin healthy, and anything that goes on the skin topically or gets through the skin barrier ultimately goes into our bloodstream and ultimately goes to our organs. So even though it's low exposure to chemicals, it's chronic low exposure to chemicals that over time can create reproductive issues. It can create DNA changes in fetuses and sperm. It can even cause and a lot of like kidney and liver issues. Like there's things like mercury and parabens and even like tons of crazy chemicals like this in our skincare that most brands use and hide somewhere in the label. So it's really important for people to be really educated when you're looking at a label on a skincare and be able to use products that are natural, whether it's KOA Life products or others. Ditching the chemicals, like you said, and going green is absolutely key in every area you can in life when it comes to what products you use around the house, and then what you're ingesting, and then also what you're putting on your skin. So I always say, like I kind of said in the beginning, go back to your roots. Like it's always really simple. Same with health and biohacking. It's the same with skincare. If you're using real fruits, vegetables, plants, herbs, and seed oils, you know that these things are really good for your body. Just like when you're eating whole foods and fruits and vegetables that are high in nitric oxides or ficetins or those leafy greens, you know that they're good for your body and you're putting goodness in your body. You also want to put goodness topically on your body. So you want to support your body instead of kill your microbiome or harm the body or over time kind of deteriorate the skin barrier with chemicals. So that's always a good starting point. Is I say, look at the labels, make sure they're natural, get organic if you can, and make sure they're paraben, sulfate, and cruelty-free. And KOA Life really holds true to the integrity of our ingredients in each product and make sure that we are chemical and toxin-free and that it's natural. So we kind of take that guesswork out of it for you. You know, any of our products are going to have a positive compounding interest, meaning the more you use them over time, the better health your body and your skin will be in.
And I think another thing just to mention that a lot of people don't realize is that when you're putting even lotions on your skin, you're absorbing all of that. You want to look out for the chemicals that you mentioned, but also it could affect your hormones because you could have the xenoestrogens in there and just so many things that you think you're doing all the right things, but you can't lose weight, or it could be so many things, and it could boil down to what lotion you're putting on your skin. How did you guys create your skincare collection, your vegan formulas using botanical science?
Yeah, it's so interesting that you mentioned hormones because it's actually why I started the company, as I was having hormonal acne. And you're so right. And I'm glad that you're so educated in this way. There's a ton of chemicals in a lot of these skincare products that actually produce endocrine disruption. And your endocrine system is where you produce your hormones. So if you are in reproductive years, you're planning to have a family, whether you're a male or female, it's so important that you use natural products. Obviously, as you age and past a certain age, you can't really get exactly the same effects from natural, but it's so important if you're having children in your reproductive years, make sure you ditch chemicals and go green. But I started it because I was having really bad skin issues. My skin changed kind of in my mid-30s, and I wasn't invincible like I thought I was when I was young, where I'd go to bed with a full face of makeup and just use whatever kind of soap on my face. I started to become really sensitive to everything. And it was due to just my skin being dynamic and changing as I got older from the cystic acne that happened from hormone changes. And being an ex-athlete, I just did not want to put chemicals on my skin every single day and take prescription medication every day. I knew that there had to be,
right.
I just hadn't found a natural solution that actually worked for me. So I decided to work with an amazing doctor whose background is in Korean beauty. She's a long lineage of Korean beauty. So she kind of brings her Eastern practice to our Western philosophy. And then I worked with my labs with my twin sister for about a year and a half on formulas and did extensive testing, tested on my own skin. And we found these formulas that were really nutrient dense and actually helped to heal my skin and my sister's skin, who was having also psoriasis and eczema. And so we just knew that we had kind of hit the goal pot, and we knew that we had formulas that would heal other women's skin that were frustrated like us and wanted to take sort of a holistic approach and have that alternative. And so we launched KOA in 2020, and we've now just been sharing these formulas with women across the country. We have some like amazing testimonials and before and afters that really make it worth it for us, because when you see that you're helping women get their glow back, their confidence back, like that really drives you to want to just keep at it, even when times are tough in startup mode. So I'm so thrilled that it's been helping women across the country.
Can you explain to us what type of ingredients that you've used and kind of what they're good for, what they do for the skin?
Yeah, for sure. And I love this part, and I might dork out a little bit, but I really, really, really go into the formulas. I'm just a biohacker at heart. So I've been trying these holistic approaches for myself as kind of a health nut internally. And over time, I started putting them in my formulas. But most of our formulas are all vegan. They're all chemical free, cruelty free. We have a lot that are fully natural, fully organic. So really, really good for the body and healing for the body. And we use a herbal complex that has things like hibiscus flower and licorice root, lavender oils, sweet orange peel, eucalyptus. We have all these amazing medicinal plants that are simple, but in the right combinations, bring out the best elements in each other and make the efficacy of each ingredient a little bit more potent. So when you're shopping for skincare, first and foremost, it's important to know that every skin is diverse and that we're not all in the same kind of stage of care journey. So you know, what are you treating? So all of our products are meant to be kind of shopped by skin concern. So we have a lot of bundles that work really well for our customers. So someone might come to the table with acne, someone might be aging and want to just like revive their kind of dry, dull skin that's starting to see kind of aging lines and fine lines or hyperpigmentation. Or some people just might have combination skin and want like an everyday easy cream to use that's like simple and no guesswork. So we have these bundles, and one of them is called the Perfect Skin Bundle. So if you have kind of combination skin and you want a daily routine that really is meant for the majority of people, this is great for you. We have a Fountain of Youth facial oil that's included in this bundle with jasmine and frankincense, which is like wildly anti-inflammatory and super hydrating. And then we have a eucalyptus infused scrub, an exfoliator you can use about 2 to 3 times a week that helps to kill bacteria under the skin and helps with cellular regeneration. So that turnover of cells so that your skin is not congested and it can breathe and it can really glow. And then we this vitamin C brightening cleanser that is by far our hero product, and it helps to lighten and brighten the skin. And vitamin C is so potent at reducing those dark spots that happens over time, either from UV exposure from the sun or from hormone changes or even from acne scars. So it really just brightens, lightens, and evens skin tone. And that's one of the amazing potent effects of vitamin C. We have other products like our Beauty Sleep, which is a nighttime super nourishing repair cream that has about 12 different organic oils in it, like rosehip seed oil. It has aloe vera, coconut oil. It's got every kind of citrus. So depending on what you're really looking for, we kind of have a bundle for every single type of skin and skincare concern.
I love that. So what about for dry skin? What do you recommend?
And so is your skin type a little bit dry naturally?
Right now it is.
Right now.
I went through menopause and it's just a little bit more, I think. I noticed like my skin on like my legs feels kind of dry.
Yeah, it's interesting how your skin over time, kind of like the ability to lock in moisture changes, and the ability to produce enough oil in your skin actually does change and start to lower as you age. So it's really important to have, so for me, I think for aging skin, really important to have a full spectrum CBD oil. And our Glow Oil is actually our first product that we ever started with, and still to date our best seller. It's 200 milligrams of full spectrum CBD. It's so nourishing. It plumps up your skin, and it actually helps to stimulate collagen and pro-collagen production. And collagen is what gives your skin that form, so that juicy, plump, kind of dewy look. So it really helps with anti-aging and hydration at the same time. It's a nanomolecule, so it goes a lot deeper beneath the dermal layer. So some oils can sit on the surface and actually clog your pores, but this goes super deep. It reduces inflammation, but at the same time plumps up with collagen and all that good juicy oil that's in it. So I'd say for your skin type, full spectrum CBD oil like Glow Oil is absolutely amazing and a good place to start.
And when people are using your product, how long should it take for them to then begin noticing a difference in their skin, like on an estimate of like how long does it usually take for somebody to be like, oh, wow, your skin looks amazing?
Yeah, so with chemical products, this is why people like them so much, is you kind of see that instant, quick fix. But you got to remember with chemicals over time that degrades the quality and the thickness of your skin. So it's actually not good for you over time. Natural products work to support your body. So your body will take about a month and a half, 2 months to start to see cellular turnover and start to see the inflammation reduce and the redness go away. So I always say if you're doing it per protocol, which is use it 1 to 2 times a day, you're going to start seeing those effects after a month to 2 months. And then your skin just all of a sudden is able to breathe. It's decongested. It starts to glow. It starts to become radiant. And it starts to actually crave a lot of the hydration that you get from some of these oils. So I'd say a month to 2 months. And once you start seeing the effects, it really is like you want to keep using it because it just feels so good for the health of your skin, and you start to really see the difference.
What do you think makes your products different from any other products out there?
I think in the natural space, it actually works. And there's a lot of marketing around natural, but as I kind of mentioned earlier on, like people will hide chemicals in some of their labeling. So under fragrance, a lot of times there's parabens, and parabens themselves, too much damage to the skin, they irritate, but it's the dioxins that are in paraben production that are allergenic to the body. So in a dye or a fragrance, you can hide a lot of chemicals. So number one is we are fully transparent and everything is natural and it's clean ingredients. We have all the testing. We don't hide anything there. So you can really know and feel safe that you're using products that are good for your body. And then second, they actually work. And it's because we use the right combinations in our herbal complexes. You can't just throw a bunch of stuff in the melting pot. You need to use products that are complementary to one another. And with our labs and our herbologists, we've come up with tested formulas that really do change the health of your skin and treat some of these skin concern issues.
Well, I love women-owned businesses, and watching you create and be passionate about what you have developed. What is your why behind all of this, Alexis?
Yeah, I get asked this question a lot. And I think that it's so important when you're starting any kind of venture for it to be a passion project. And for me, all the companies that I've started, it's because it's been so true to who I am authentically on my life journey. When I started my fashion company, I was by nature out in the scene throwing events. Like I really wanted it to be a part of the culture that I was immersed in, and now I'm really on my own health journey, and I saw a void for natural products that were good for your body, support the body, that just didn't really work. So I jumped in and I created it myself. And so I think having your project be your passion project always is how you kind of really determine your success. Is it something you can be married to, that you're passionate about, that you love? For me, it is, and it's so relevant to where I'm at in my own journey. I also think, like, if you really listen to any kind of founder story, they always have in history something that was adversity in their past. And for me in high school and when I was younger, I went through adversity. People a lot of times telling me I can't do it, I couldn't do it without somebody else's help. And I think that was kind of fuel in a way for me to go out and create my own thing, show that as a woman, I could do it. I didn't need a man's help, and really just feel empowered. So now we've been on a mission to support other fempreneurs and also support teen girls on their mission in similar ways with our charity, the Girl Fund, that we've partnered with through KOA. And we empower other teen girls that will become our fempreneurs of the future with job skill training, education, legal aid, all that good stuff to become strong women that feel empowered on their own journey in the future.
And I love that. That was going to be another question I was going to ask. And so, because I know you didn't just fall there by accident, and that every dream requires hard work, what would you say has been like, I mean, like getting your brand, with Revolve clothing, I buy Revolve, and some of the stars that have, A-list celebrities that have used your collection and all, that's a lot. That's an attribute, like that's an accolade that you have taken your brand so far that you were even speaking of Forbes Women's Summit, you were awarded the Tribeca Disruptive Award, like you disrupted the space with your innovation. So like what I'm getting to is, I mean, how did you go from it being a dream and a vision to being a reality? Like, did you have to knock on doors? Give us the struggle.
Totally. Oh my gosh. And it's so funny you're saying these things because it's like a flashback in time. I haven't thought about a lot of those things, but I'm going to tell you, launching my third company now, it feels like I'm back in that bootstrapping kind of like gotta really hustle mode, which is fun. And entrepreneurs are sort of addicted to that. So that's one of the mindsets you kind of have to have as an entrepreneur. But going back to the very beginning, I had my degree at Pepperdine in marketing and my sister in fashion design and merchandising. So we always knew we wanted to work together, and I would do the more business side and she would do the more creative. But we had no idea what we were setting out to when we first started NAVEN. I had a business plan of, I think it was an investment of $10,000 to start a t-shirt brand. I ran it all from my apartment in Beverly Hills. I had my best friend as my assistant. We were doing everything from shipping boxes, doing cold calls, as sales reps and different customer service reps under like different aliases to just get our foot in the door in the first place from my Beverly Hills apartment. And then we would go and take sales meetings and drive around to all the little boutiques on 3rd Street and in Beverly Hills. And my sister and I would do a little pep talk in the car before we would go and be like, okay, we can do this. We were so nervous, very green to be kind of launching ourselves into this space, but you just have to do it. And we're like, we can do this. Our company depends on it. And we would go in and pitch the brand. And sometimes they would love it. And sometimes it would be like, you guys are cute, but it's not for us. So you really had to just develop a thick skin, not give up, have determination, believe in yourself. And so we started from really just starting this bootstrapped company to eventually launching, having 7 different distributors and showrooms, selling to 500 stores, dressing every A-list celebrity, having a staff of about 35 employees, a 10,000 square foot office, doing multi-million-dollar revenue, working with Revolve, who was like such an amazing partner. So I just think for every woman out there, you can start at any place, and it just comes down to making sure you're in the right mindset. So being in a place of empowerment as a female is so important, and knowing that you can do it and believing, embodying that you can do it and not letting anyone shake you. So that's number 1 is mindset. Number 2, I always tell people, validate your concept before launch. An idea is free, but a company is a huge investment of your time and monetarily. So really go and get as much feedback from the market, from friends, from family, put together little sample groups and be like, do you guys like this trademark name? Do you guys like this concept? Like really try to validate it before you launch to market and get as much free information as you can. And then find a right partner. It's so much easier when you don't go at it alone. I am so blessed from birth to have a twin sister that's by nature my partner and everything. Go find a good partner that is loyal and that you can do the journey with, and just enjoy the highs and lows, because there will be highs and lows running your own company. But really take time to be like, wow, and I made this happen. And give yourself props for it, because that little bit of encouragement goes a long way when you're working your ass off in a way over and over at night on a project. And I'm sure you can totally understand that hustle too, running your own business.
100%. What is it you would like every woman to know?
Yeah, I think going back to that mindset, like really knowing that women have this blessing to be living in this earthly world, but also sort of intuitively connected to divine. So we have two innate senses here as humans, and really being able to call in. So trust your women's intuition. It sounds funny, but it's so true. Like trust your intuition, feel into every decision, whether it's a partner, a relationship, a business partner, and really trust yourself, believe in yourself, get to a place of empowerment as soon as possible. Because when you get there and you don't have to be in a place of scarcity or relying on a guy or relying on an investor, that's when you become strong. And that's when you reach your potential and you see really, really, really what you're capable of. So surround yourself by people that uplift you. And don't, instead of feeding off you and bringing you down, is number one, to feeling good about yourself. Be healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, endorphins and oxygen to the body, to the brain, to the skin, to the organs. It's so important for feeling good about yourself. So just do everything you can in your lifestyle to support that feeling of confidence and encouragement and empowerment, and then get to that place and build on it.
I love that. That was really good. I love that advice. I know you are, and your sister, you guys are on a mission to help women get their glow back. And I know that many women have felt like they lost their glow, either because they're aging or because of COVID, the pandemic. How can we help women to get their glow back today? What's your advice?
I love that question. And as a woman, and I'm 39 now, and I feel it too, as you go through these milestones, these chapters in your life, and everyone comes with its own challenge and own thing that kind of can knock you down. Whereas I think men have it a little easier, honestly, because they tend to get better with age. And I'm feeling it even in my own life, where sometimes I feel like my whole identity is towards a company or a relationship or what I should be doing at 39 as a woman. And you lose your glow. You lose that juiciness that makes you feminine and feel feminine. And so I think just getting to a place where you feel empowered, I think the first impression always is your skin. So when you feel beautiful, you embody this feeling of beauty. And I think that beauty really is being healthy. So I think getting your body and your skin as healthy as possible, which is why I love educating women on how to care for their bodies, how to care for their skin, how to get good endorphins and oxygen going to the body, blood flow, all this stuff that makes you feel limber and good and bright and juicy as a woman is so important. So a healthy body, a healthy mind, healthy skin, it all plays into you just putting your best foot forward and feeling like you're unstoppable.
Oh, so many good tips today. I love it. And where can people, like if they want to get your brand, where can they find it? Where can they purchase, and where can they get a hold of you on social media?
Yeah, well, on social, my personal social is NAVEN Twins on Instagram. For the brand, it's That KOA Life on Instagram, on TikTok, thatkoalife.com. So definitely check out those products, and it's KOA Life. And then we would love to offer you and your listeners a discount, 20% off any of our bundles. And so the code is SWEAT when you go to thatkoalife.com. And I'm so happy to help anyone that's listening if they want recommendations on the right products, or even just little health tips. If you're starting your own company, I love being a mentor and any way I can support other women. So feel free to reach out and DM me on NAVEN Twins for any suggestions about health, about beauty, or just about work.
I love that. And I just want to acknowledge you. You were so fresh and vibrant today that I truly do believe that you're going to bring a glow to women, that you're passionate about that you're following your purpose. And I wish you the greatest success.
Thank you so much. And the feeling's mutual. And thank you for putting out what I call being a net positive female in this world too, and being inspiration for women. We got to stick together. So
that's it. Sisterhood.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alexis, for coming on the show today. And make sure you guys check her out, get her products, get the discount, and let us know what resonated with you today. and give us all a follow on Instagram. And as always, guys, keep on keeping on. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Linda. Bye, guys.